What if I told you that in order to ask for a job that pays only 4 million naira in a calendar year, you have to be a millionaire to do that? What if I told you that in Ebonyi State, the APC is charging 30 million naira? I repeat, 30, not 3, not 13, but 30 million naira for those interested to contest the local government chairmanship position in the APC. 30 million. This is despite the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission stating clearly that the salary of a local government chairman is only 4 million naira annually. So do you see the maths? This tells you that you have to be a millionaire in order to obtain form for the local government nomination of the APC. The APC can't stop surprising us. Can't stop shocking us. Is this really democracy, or it has become money-cracy? Is this not a recipe for corruption? How do you explain this? At Raging Hot Mic, we break down this corruption for you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you wherever you are watching me from. If you are enjoying this podcast, smash the like button, follow, subscribe, and drop your comments. This is just January. We haven't even ended the month yet. And it has been publicly verified that the APC chairman of Ebonyi State, Chief Stanley Okoro Emaga, has indicated or publicly told us that to obtain the nomination form for the local government chairmanship position in APC, this is the expression of interest and nomination form. It costs you 30 million naira. 30. Mind you, Ebonyi State receives the least allocation, federal allocation from the federal government in the southeast. Yes. In Nigeria, I think it's down the bottom 6. So, I'm not talking about the tax they generate. I'm talking about the direct allocation from the federal government. Yet, a nomination form for the APC local government chairman costs 30 million. So, who is going to purchase that? The councillorship costs 250,000. Then the chairmanship costs 30 million. So who in their right senses, with their hard-earned money, barring no godfather, is going to purchase that form? Now you see where corruption starts? Do you see how the process starts? How the process is planted? This is in a democracy. In a system where they told us is free and fair. Elections that is free and fair. Yet you have to, this is not talking about the campaign budget. This is not talking about the whole process. This is just the form. 30 million. So, like I told you, according to the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, the annual salary of a local government chairman is only 4 million. This means that in 4 years, the local government chairman must have earned 14 million. So how come he now needs 30 million naira for the nomination form? Is he going to spend more for the form than he's going to earn? So this tells you what I'm thinking. This tells you that he's not going there just for his salary. He is going there to loot as much money as he can. Take all he's going to see. Because if his salary is 14 million at the end of 4 years, he can buy the form for 30 million. What kind of a job do you need to do in order to have 30 million to spare for the form? Remember, it's all about serving the people. This was why the system was designed to be so. It's a system to serve. The local government chairman is the chief, or is supposed to be the chief servant of his local government. He's supposed to be the closest to the grassroots. Yet, the form is already 30 million. That means it's no longer service. It's now all about investment. So you tell me, who in his right senses, without any godfather, without any ulterior motive, is going to purchase that form? I'm not saying that in politics you don't enjoy some benefits that comes with the position. That is not the point I'm making. I'm not here to police individuals who enjoy some benefits, but I'm saying from the word go, if you make it known that it's all about corruption, then don't be surprised at the result. Then don't be surprised at the kind of leaders Nigerians have. Don't be surprised at the corruption that has eaten deep into the fabrics of our society. Because if a local government chairman of a state that its revenue is one of the smallest in the state, this is a state that have decided to go on white elephant projects for so many years now. This is a state that basically more than half of the population are basically civil servants, yet they have an airport which they barely use, which is just lying fallow. This is a state that has spent billions on international conference center. Now tell me, who uses the international conference center? How many conferences or international conferences are held in the state? I have nothing against the state. I'm just stating the obvious. This is a recipe for it. And no wonder the son of the Minister of Works, Chief Dave Umahi, his son Osborne Umahi, is the most popular person who has just gotten the form. So this is why the system was designed like this, so that only the sons or only the beneficiaries of these politicians can purchase the form. So we all claim that we have to empower the youths. We have to do something for the youth to get involved. We have to do more for the youth. We have to do more for the grassroots. So if you put the nomination form at 30 million, how are you encouraging the youths? How is the youth going to get involved in politics? It's not even like the youth do any better than the old guys who are involved. Because I always make that when people complain about the youths. I'm not really, yes, I want the youths to get involved, but it's not just about the youths. Because when you go to the universities where you have the SUG government, that's one of the worst governments you can ever see. I went to a university and I remember where you talk with your friend, you think he's your friend, you guys are doing the same thing. Immediately he contests and wins the SUG president, he's totally a different person. You have students opening doors for him, riding in cars, holding umbrellas for him. This is why still a student in the university. Look at the NAS, National Association of Nigerian Students. It is a body for politicians, a vehicle for politicians. They pay them and they make all sorts of, they even kill to have those positions or to attain those positions. So that is why I look at the youth and say, you guys also have to clean up the house. There's so much skeleton in the cupboard. But if we even think of including the youths, having the form for 30 million, how does it solve it? How does it help out? This becomes an investment. The local government chairman position becomes an investment where you invest 30 million and maybe make 400 million. Because after you invest your 30 million for the nomination form and then spend more money, let's say 50 million, I don't know how much it costs for election process or campaign budgets, at the end you spend like 90 million naira, you think you're going to do anything? Hell no. You're not going to equip the hospitals, you're not going to build any road, you just pour sand on the road. So this is why you have to recoup as much money as you can. You don't even think about the people. You can't do nothing for the schools, for the public schools. It's all about personal interest. Yes, if you reduce this money, so many people are going to get involved. But you can also recoup your money from so many of these people buying forms. I mean, you hold primary elections. And it's never too big for, the process is never too big for so many people. No, or too small for so many people. You can have as much people as you have, as you can in the primary. Let the people decide. But no, this decision was made after a closed door meeting. 30 million for local government chairman. And you think corruption is going to stop in Nigeria, is going to reduce in Nigeria? It's not. This is because this one is public. You can't tell me somebody will get 30 million and invest it because it's investment and won't recoup as much as he can. Yes. Now we go by the minimum wage. The minimum wage is 70,000 naira. It's going to take an average individual 35 years to save up to that 30 million. 35 years. You think if he saves 30 million even if he has a miracle saves it up in 15-20 years, he will put it, or he will go and buy the nomination form. Exclusively, the nomination form is now left out for the corrupt billionaires and millionaires. That is it. It's no longer about who is called or who has the calling or who is going to serve the people. It's about the highest bidder. We can do better as a nation. And we keep calling them out. I will not get tired of calling out the corruption. It's not about tribe. It's not about anything. It's about what is right and what is wrong. You cannot have a nomination form for local government chairman set in one of the least states that receives federal allocation at 30 million. In a state where more than 50% are civil servants. So it was going to take a regular individual, an average individual, 35 years to save that 30 million. And you think he will invest it or he will buy any form, even if he wants to serve? This is a recipe for disaster. A recipe for corruption. This has corruption written all over it. We can do better. Thank you all. Bye-bye.